Today we're making Julia Child's orange mousse. Welcome to Jamie and Julia.
Ah! Bon appetit.
Let's grab the cookbook. It's a book that needs no introduction. Julia Child's finest work, some would say. I would say, I think. I don't know. What the hell do I know? We're gonna make this today. Orange mousse. Frozen dessert. Mousse à l'orange. So something kind of familiar going on with this dessert, and that's totally cool. I mean, we've made a number of different orange flavored desserts out of this cookbook. Julia and co love their orange flavored desserts. And so do I. So yeah. Oh, and look at here, chocolate mousse. In good company. A becoming way to serve this delicate mousse is in the scooped out halves of oranges. And yeah, I just picture that in my head. It's all about the presentation today. It's gonna look nice. Anyway, let's get to work. To start things off with a little tablespoon in your pocket, and here we go. 3 tablespoons of orange liqueur. We're using Cointreau. And I just gotta add it into a measuring cup. And a little tablespoon for yourself as well. Why not? In the measuring cup, I need to grate in the skin of 3 brightly colored oranges, 3 of them, and the skin of half a lemon. Only the colored part of the skin. Yeah, we know, Jules, we know. In my little thing designed for lemons, I'm gonna add my oranges and squeeze. So at the end of the day here, at the beginning of the day, I need to juice these things. 2 cups of orange juice, 2 cups, 500 mils. That was like 4.5, it's like 5 oranges. Buy extra. The whole reason I wanted to make this dessert today was because of the presentation, and that has to do with orange shell cups. She says you could use dessert cups if you want to. I don't want to. I want the orange shell cups. She doesn't really specify exactly how to make an orange shell cup. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I just removed the orange from the shell. I think that makes sense. Keep the station clean. He shoots, nothing but net. I need a bowl. Muchas gracias. From a bowl to a bowl of the egg yolks from 6 eggs. Now this bowl's really small. And then add in half a cup, 100 grams of sugar. Mix until the ribbon stage. Scrape down the sides of the bowl like this. So that's pale yellow, it's fluffy, and we got ribbons. So beat in 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Add in the 2 cups worth of orange juice mixture. Gentle speed. Into a saucepan. Onto a medium heat. I need a wooden spoon. We've been here before. We know what to do. 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not exceed it. You know, there's egg yolks in here. You don't want to overdo it. I get feedback about how to use a thermometer in the comments. People are saying, you know, don't let the thermometer touch the sides of the pan or the bottom of the pan. Only keep it in the mix. And yeah, I know that. I do know that. I know that. Thank you. You can't have this thing come to a simmer or it's game over. I have ignored what Julia is saying about the temperature. I exceeded 170 degrees Fahrenheit, so throw me in the cooking jail, but it's gonna be okay because I needed this to thicken up, and I think we're getting there. I don't think we're there yet, but it does need to thicken up. This should coat the sides of a spoon lightly. I think that's done. All right, so I removed this from the heat. I just gotta beat it until it cools, right? Julia. Remove from the heat and beat a moment to stop cooking. So bring over the silver fox. You know what we gotta do? I'm not even gonna mention it today. Well, I will. Stiff peaks. But I'm gonna use my silver fox today. I don't have to. I just felt like since I have it, I'll dust it off and use it. But, not everyone has silver foxes or mixers, and that's perfectly fine because you can just use something like this and give it a cool ass name and it will get the job done. In go the egg whites of 6 eggs. Without even looking at the cookbook, I bet you I know what's coming up. A pinch of salt. Right? Yeah, actually. Okay, so we know what's going on, right? We're all well versed with this next step. Whipping up into soft peaks, add a tablespoon of sugar. I'm choosing to add a quick hoot of cream of tartar as well, my choice. And then I'm gonna whip these up into, yep. And we start on a medium high and then work our way up. So a hoot of cream of tartar is like a 1/4 teaspoon. Stiff peaks. Honestly, those... Stiff peaks. Thank you. And you know what? Bowl me. One more. Thank you. We're gonna have to do a walk of shame to the freezer to pick up some ice. And get the other bowl on top. Yeah. That's a really weird step. It says fold into the hot orange mixture first and then fold over the bowl of ice. 2 different textures going on there. Let's just get them all combined. Party always needs to get started first before we add everything else. Get to know each other. Let's add it into this bowl here. Okay, so something has come up. The egg whites are starting to deflate. Not cool, not cool at all. All right, I feel like I can hack it. So I was looking up online and I have a plan. What I'm gonna do is add the egg whites to 1 egg. Apparently, if I add a fresh egg white to the remaining egg whites in the mixer bowl, whip for a couple seconds, it's going to remoisten the foam and make it supple enough to fold. Right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, don't do any more. Your stiff peaks are brought back to stiff peaks again. And let's start folding in the rest. Cut through to the bottom, flip it over. Gently, gently, do not deflate again. No more deflation. Until this whole mixture has chilled completely so that the custard will not separate. Half a cup of heavy cream. Do you have any more bowls? Bowl me anything you got. Perfect, thank you so much. I'm gonna add the cream into the bowl. And you're just running out of things right now. You need to whip it up into more stiff peaks. Add it into my chilled orange mousse. Fold it, rotate, fold, rotate bowl, fold, rotate. Into the orange shell cup. It's all about the presentation today, so make these look as nice as you can. So I want to cover them, yes, but do I want the plastic wrap to be like directly on the surface? No, not really. So I think, you know what? Freeze for several hours or overnight. Not happening. Several hours, yes. Now, hilariously, I have enough for about 20 more orange cups, but I have this spare orange, which I'm saving for decorations very shortly. I have the 5 here, I have the 3 in the fridge. She says this was for 6 people. I'm looking at maybe for 8 people, unless you had for 6 people and then 2 people were really hungry after and wanted a second helping. It's gonna go in the freezer, and I'm just gonna treat it like it's ice cream, you know? Whenever I'm feeling peckish down the road, maybe a few months from now, have some orange mousse. I'll be glad I did this. This next part is not mandatory. It's optional, but it's gonna make this whole dessert look pretty nice, I think. What I'm gonna do here is, this is glazed orange peel slices. We're aiming for 1.5 inches long, she says. 1/16 of an inch wide, but I'm just doing whatever. These have been julienned to my desired thickness. They go in a saucepan. This needs water. All right, I gotta leave that simmering for 10 to 12 minutes. Refresh in the cold water. Dry them off, and that should remove some of the bitterness. All right, so bring the saucepan back over yonder, and we're gonna need, I don't need to make this full recipe, do I? I'm gonna divide this recipe that I'm following along to in 3. So that's 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/3 of a 1/3 cup of water, and then I gotta boil that. Okay, once that hits 230 F, in goes the orange peel with a little hoot of vanilla, and that's gonna hang out right there for 30 minutes. Yeah, so orange peel on the very top. You know, if you had some tweezers or something, that would be really nice. Order up! I mean, who are we kidding? These are smaller oranges. You can have 2. Look at that. It's like ice cream. Here's the thing. I mean, could I eat this 3rd one right here? Absolutely, I could. Should I? Gotta practice some restraint today. It's like the texture of sorbet. That's what it is. And taste-wise, it's very reminiscent of all the other Julia Child orange flavored desserts I've made. You know, I'm looking at you, Bavarian cream especially, but you know what it really reminds me of? Orange Starburst. You know what I'm talking about? You know, if we're talking about mousses here, we're gonna compare it to the chocolate mousse. That one was really like rich and very deep flavors, where this one, you know, is much lighter. Yeah, they're not even the same thing. So yeah, let's not compare them. This was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir. So in terms of these little guys right here, this was just a genius move. So whoever thought of this, my hat's off to you. It's so good, actually, that I just want to replace all my plates and bowls with skins of fruits. I just don't think it's dishwasher safe.